Hello everyone, David Guerin here, your instructor for Intro to Technology for School Administrators. I just wanted to check in with you this week, give you some instructions for what's upcoming. I went ahead and posted week number 4 a little bit earlier than I typically would. It was really set to get started on November the 11th. But since it's a little bit different than the activities that we've done the other weeks, I wanted to give you a preview. So if I click over here on the week 4 folder, this is sort of what yours is going to look like. You will have these first two things up at the top, and then you'll only be in one of these teams. Our teams are the same this week as they were previously when we did the last team activity. You'll have a regular discussion board. The topic this week is on safety for our students around technology issues, cyberbullying, that type of thing. I'm asking you to watch some YouTube videos this week and then to respond to these questions. Post once and reply to at least 2 other posts as you engage in the discussion board. There are a lot of safety and legal issues that have come about in the last few years with technology, and this information will help you to explore that. The next thing is this article, How Should Schools Handle Cyberbullying? It will be the topic for a team activity, a group activity, and the title of that is First Last Turn Strategy. So you will read this article. It's out of the New York Times, and it has to do with several issues with technology and safety. And then you will go to your respective discussion forum, which you'll only be able to see the one that you're enrolled in. And I've provided instructions for how this activity is going to work. First of all, read the article, the one we just clicked on. Second, each member of your group will need to get an order for how this activity is going to take place. And the person with the most years in education will be number 1. That person will go first. And the person with the fewest years in education, that person will be last in line. So first item of business is determine from 1st to either 5th or 6th, depending on how many people are in your group, what your order is going to be, what your number is going to be. Step number 3, team member number 1, which will be the senior member of your group in years of education. That person will post a top level comment. They will post right here, new post, and they will make a comment, connection, question, or any type of statement related to the reading, how schools should handle cyberbullying. This initial comment will be very short, just 1 or 2 sentences, something to draw from the article that stood out. It could even be a paraphrase of a sentence or a couple sentences of the article. But it's just to stimulate and get the discussion started. The next step, number 4, the remaining team members, in order from that point, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe even 6, will post 1 reply to the statement from number 1. So in that same thread, each of the other members will also make a reply that's just 1 or 2 sentences. When it comes all the way back around, team number 1 will then get the last say. That's the reason this is called first last turn strategy. Team member number 1 will then share a closing comment, thus being the first and last to comment in the thread. Number 6, team member number 2 will then start this process all over, and the pattern will continue until all group members have been in the first last role. So you're going to have several threads where every person has made a comment and then everyone has replied to it. Now your team will need to get a plan for how you want to approach this activity. You may want to set a schedule up for daily posts, or you may want to try to knock it out really quickly and just just be done with it. Or maybe even schedule a time when everyone can be online at the same time and do it, really quickly. That's really up to you. I don't know. There might be several ways to approach this. However, one thing that we should see is that not all the threads are happening simultaneously, but that you complete one thread and then you go on to the next one, and so forth, just as the instructions stated. So don't have all 6 people or all 5 or 6 people post their top thread, because that's not the idea. We want you to really be able to process and go deeper as the activity continues. Now this is due by next Saturday night. That would be the 17th, midnight. And of course, you won't really have to turn it in. It'll just be done because your discussion board will be complete. I guess number 9, who has the first question about this process? If you want to just post your question here on your team discussion board for this strategy, then I will try to monitor the board and come back to it. I think that's all the instructions that you need. The only other thing you'll see when you log in to week 4 will be this video. You'll also see these instructions posted as well for you to be able to watch. All right, you guys are doing a great job. I appreciate your effort and engagement in the course, and I hope that you're finding it interesting and getting a lot out of it. After this week, we have a couple weeks left to do 1 week's worth of work. Of course, Thanksgiving is in those 2 weeks, so we kind of extend that a little bit. As always, if you have any questions, then make sure that those come to my attention, and I'm here to help. So have a great night and a great day, whenever it is that you're looking at this, this screencast, and I'll see you online.